Yes, and our reporter Dougie Beattie is in Northern Ireland this morning. Dougie, where are you exactly? Oh.
Well, good morning and welcome to County Antrim. I am in one of Europe's largest inland freshwater lochs, and it is the largest in Britain. And joining me is Gerry Darby. He is one of the men that control this loch and look to try and, I suppose, bring revenue to it. Gerry, tell us a little bit about this sculpture that's behind us.
Well, this is a new sculpture we've just brought, Dougie, to the shores of the loch. It's obviously Finn McCool, and that's the loch itself at the top there, that's about to be thrown into the middle of the Irish Sea to create the Isle of Man. So it's part of the myths and legends of Lough Neagh, of which there's many more as well.
Well, there's many legends around Lough Neagh, but do tell us, what sort of innovation have we got here? What's going on in this loch at the minute?
There's a hell of a lot going on at this present moment in time. If we just see over here behind us here, we'll have the new Gateway Centre built by the local council on Newton Abbey. So that's put a lot of money and a lot of investment into creating a new tourism centre, a new restaurant, and getting people down to the shores. Over on the other side is Ballyronan's had a big £2 million investment as well, and then down on the shores is the biggest marina on the loch, which is down at Oxford Island. So a lot of things happening, a lot of money going in, councils focusing on this, probably the most underutilised water resource in the whole of Great Britain and the whole of Ireland.
There's a lot of eels and so forth that are being sold here. I mean, I know that in around Brexit they are suffering a little bit. Mm-hmm. I mean, how are farmers coping with what's going on in and around Brexit on the shores of this loch? I mean, what are you doing to support them, if anything?
It's a very good question. So there's about £11 million of investment has been brought in by the Lough Neagh Partnership to farmers on the shores of the loch. And everybody's getting geared up for the consequences of Brexit, as you say, and also climate change and carbon change. So that money is trying to encourage farmers to move away from old traditional practices to maybe more carbon friendly and environmental.
Oh, it's very active carbon friendly. I mean, are there many fuel policies going on here? Much anaerobic digesters or anything else in the loch?
There's a couple of things like that around the shore. But the big thing mainly focusing in on is really just practice. Lough Neagh's famous and has its designations for birds primarily. We're going to see the torpedo platform later on. And birds are breeding obviously early in the season. And it's just encouraging farmers and getting farmers one simple thing, not to let their cattle in when the birds are breeding. It's just a simple thing. And if you do that, encourage them, give a bit of money for them to do that, maybe hold on back before the cattle are put on, you'd be surprised at the amount of birds, and wetland birds in particular. We're in a massive wetland here, and the results of that have been pretty significant so far.
Well, I can see behind us here, and we don't really want to do. There's a lot of people going in swimming this morning.
Yes, indeed.
Does much of that go on?
Yeah, you've got the whole sort of COVID's done funny things to people as well, you know, and here and over in Ballyronan, there was thousands and thousands and thousands of people came down here, and I think what happened is people just reconnected with what's on their own doorstep. So instead of throwing £26 to get a cheap flight to Mallorca, people went, oh, I actually can go down to Lough Neagh. And once they were down, they went, all right, maybe I could go for a swim. So you've seen over the last 2 years the positive side of COVID, if there is any, that people have got more and more connected in the water and on the shores of the loch.
Well, we'll be back later on. We will be on the loch to look at a very old site indeed, but I will definitely not be going in for a swim, or hope not anyway.
Oh, God.